Nearly 600 kratom-related overdose deaths have occurred in Florida over the past decade. Kratom is legal and readily available and has been showing up with greater frequency in autopsy reports across the state. Lori Damp first heard of kratom after her son Jonathan took too much of it and died.
His friends pulled Chris and I aside and said, we think, Jonathan was using this substance called kratom. And he said, it's legal. You can buy it at any convenience store, any gas station.
Jonathan's wife, Christy, knew he was taking it. She had found a bag of the green powder and confronted her husband. He told her it was safe to use.
It was this natural herbal substance that helps with anxiety and depression. So, all right, I don't know, but clearly it was becoming it was a problem. And, but we just didn't know what to do. Like, do you go to treatment for this? No, it's not a real drug.
His dose got higher and higher. He tried to stop and couldn't.
I have no idea the amount, but he was taking a lot. It seemed like it would be dangerous for him to stop cold turkey.
Jonathan had enlisted the help of friends in recovery through his church to wean him off. Christy knew he needed to stop, but no one was sure what they were dealing with.
I don't know. Nobody knew what to be concerned, to be scared, to be like, are we overreacting? Are we underreacting? We didn't know.
A few months later, he was dead. Christy thought it was a heart attack.
When I finally got the results from toxicology and they said it was a kratom overdose, and I was just like, what? Like, that's possible?
Linda Speranza also never imagined that kratom use could lead to the death of her 30-year-old daughter, Jessica. She took kratom to deal with chronic pain and was consuming large amounts of the substance.
I knew Jess was taking it. I hate to say it, she would even just take a spoon, and she just put the spoon of stuff in her mouth and then take a swig of whatever she was drinking. Had I known, then, what I know now, I would have slapped that thing right out of her hands. I don't care how old she was.
Kratom has been used for hundreds of years in Southeast Asia, but Americans consume it differently. Liquid shots and capsules are manufactured to be more concentrated.
The more concentrated products, those are the things that we have a bigger concern about, simply because the exposure can be much faster and much higher.
There are no established therapeutic or toxic doses. The Times bought kratom products for testing and found that many don't have drug interaction warnings or dosing instructions on their labeling.
Does it accumulate over time? More than likely it does. We haven't done those studies. No one's done those studies. So we're still looking at several years down the road before we will have something that could say, yes, indeed, this does help with mood elevation or depression, or indeed, this does help with treating substance use disorders.
Meanwhile, family members are left asking, how could this be so available and so dangerous?
I can see it 1,000 times in my head. Jonathan researched kratom, because I did the same thing after I heard the name. And he Googled it, and it's not you can't overdose on this. It's not that big of a deal. And I was like, well, then why? Well, what happened?